What's up, humans? Welcome back to Jade Empire. This is episode 6. In the last episode, we spent a lot of time right here in this tea house, doing a bunch of quests. Tea house door. And then we started to venture out, but then I realized that we had spent 2 hours in this tea house. So, let's go explore the rest of Tien's Landing. We've been down there. That was terrible. That was also terrible. I can't do it.
Things have never been easy in Tien's Landing.
The Emperor won't allow those slaving pirates to keep attacking the villages. You'll see.
Okay. Maybe you've got it wrong. Village.
Ing better figure out a way to get us out of here soon, or I'm going to snap.
Well, don't do that. I might have to beat you up. Urchin.
Is the Emperor really 10 feet tall? Does he really float? Is he really so beautiful that he makes people cry? Is he?
Yes. That is absolutely true. What's your name? Can I buy some gear? Can you give me some gear? Kid, your hair is sticking up. Your hair is sticking up.
If Captain Ing can't get the ship out soon, there'll be a mutiny. A right bloody one, too.
I said, don't do that. Peasant!
The Emperor won't allow those slaving pirates to keep
goddammit.
attacking the villages. You'll see.
And
There are ghosts wandering the land. I won't leave my house after dark.
scaredy cat.
This is bad. Oh, this is bad. River dried up, pirates everywhere. This is worse than the long drought. Yeah, get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
Okay. I saw something that said a chest. Wait a minute.
Hey? What do you want?
Who are you?
I'm Wei. Some call me Old Wei, but that's because they don't know Old Chan. If I'm old, he's ancient. He's at least a week older than me. Of course, we're both pretty old compared to most of the people in Tien's Landing. Why, most of them don't even remember what it was like before the flood.
Tell me about the flood.
18 years ago, Emperor Sun was young and flush with success from ending the drought. He began public works all over the empire, including the great dam downriver. The workmen came and started building it near our town. We were not engineers, and so we were not sure what it would mean. Some worried that it might flood us out. Most were unconcerned. After all, if there were any danger, the Emperor would tell us, surely. One day, the great dam was finished, and the floodgates were closed.
Foolish peasants. What happened?
The town flooded. We took what we could and fled. Mothers ran about screaming for their children who'd gone out to play. Children screamed for their dogs. Some folks climbed to the roofs of their houses and refused to leave. We survivors straggled upriver. Some collapsed from exhaustion, but the water kept rising. I carried a boy and a girl, and I saw another boy fall, but I couldn't carry him. Finally, I fell over too, and when I woke, I found the water had stopped rising.
Go on.
The great dam had created an enormous lake, and we settled our new town on the banks. The lake completely covered the ruins of our town. Life went on, but no word ever came from the imperial city. No warning, no explanation. Did we displease the emperor, or were we just beneath his notice? I will never know. The crewmen who manned the great dam would come to town sometimes, but they knew no more than we. I will go to my grave never knowing.
No one here will talk about the ruins.
The people started a new life here, but there was much pain and sorrow. Conversations would trail off. At night you could hear women sobbing, and not a few men. Finally, people stopped talking about the past, and then they refused to talk about it altogether. And eventually they pretended it never happened.
I saw the ruins on my way here. They aren't underwater.
A few months ago, the Emperor's engineers and soldiers left. They just went off in the night. Soon after, the great dam opened on its own. There wasn't anyone around. The water drained, revealing the old ruins. And underwater these 18 years. And now they're back. I don't know what made the great dam open. Some say it was ghosts. They say those who died in the town don't want to be forgotten.
Why hasn't anyone closed the gates?
Oh, we don't know how. We're simple people, and the great dam is not a simple thing. They say there is magic involved in its construction.
You never sought revenge for the flooding of your town?
You look like you know how to fight. You look like you can stand up for yourself, so you don't understand. We are villagers. We farm and fish. We live at the mercy of the gods, nature, and the emperor. If one or all of these masters is kind, it is good. If one or all choose to be cruel, well, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to get the fish hauled in.
Thank you for telling me your story.
Well, thank you for listening, youngster. Not many do anymore.
It's the magic part. Beggar!
Filthy thieves stole my rags.
You should be asking me for coin. It's no way to get a donation. Isn't? No. He's drunk. Don't serve him.
Pretty.
Wo afawir sun urk vonir ook. Oeksier sa feet kup wo sarkir.
Stop, thief. Stop, thief. Come back here with my sword.
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni onu you tashika wheel fonil sataraponi?
Is that it? You're just gonna let the thief walk free?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters.
Could ask for help. Hey, could you house these criminals? Sure. Can I beat them within an inch of their life? This guy has weapons. Merchant Jewel.
Ah, I see the glint of intelligence, nobility, wisdom, consideration, and piety in your eye. A fine day to you. What can I sell you?
You know, it's really weird is that when you have a same face as this kid at school, but a different voice. And I go, you were so kind back then. That's a lot to see in just a glint.
Well, I make my living by knowing people. I can clearly see that you are of the finest sort. That is to say, the sort with silver ready in hand. Could I interest you in some seed? What about a pitchfork? I have hay as well.
I could use a pitchfork for Brian the Fork in Dark Souls, so sure, I'll pick that up for him. No. Do you sell wind maps?
I'm afraid I do not. Just a few years ago, you could find wind maps everywhere, although only the rich needed them with their airship racing. Recently, the wind maps have disappeared. I know that when the Emperor's men left Tien's landing, they took all the wind maps with them. There are those who say, but it is not important.
Tell me.
Some say that Death's Hand is collecting all the wind maps and destroying them so that only he and his minions may travel freely about the Empire.
Probably true.
However, I do not believe such talk. I believe firmly in the goodness, kindness, and wisdom of our Emperor and all those around him.
You're an idiot. So no one has wind maps besides Death's Hand?
I suppose there may still be merchants in the Imperial City who have some, and they were once so widely available that there must be some here and there. But I do not have any, nor do I know anyone who has one.
I just need one. Let me see your wares.
I have the finest selection of seed, I carry excellent baskets, wonderful fish nets, and superb boat scrubbers.
Oh, I definitely need a boat scrubber. Do you have anything useful, like weapons or magical items?
I have a cloak so warm it's like a weapon against the cold.
Nice.
I have a scrubber so good that it cleans like magic.
Yay! You don't actually have anything I want, do you?
Who wouldn't want a basket so big you can carry 2 babies in it?
2 babies sold. I'm done speaking with you.
Very well. When you're ready to spend, I am ready to sell.
There needs to be more of that in the other BioWare games. Honestly, right? It's like you walk up to a merchant and you should be able to, you know, A, have a conversation with them, and then B, find out that they really aren't selling anything that you're interested in. I mean, like, there's that Volus down there in Zakara Ward. It's like, hey, us buy and sell used ships. I'm like, cool, I have a ship. But what if you needed to have multiple ships for like an armada you were building? Then that would be a place to go. Chuang.
Konio nuyu, kokir tatasinan. Sun puno onuyusir taikunpa ipanano pir ni wonun.
Let me be. An honest merchant used to make a good living in this town, but those drunken sailors have stolen most of my goods. I have nothing to sell you. What have they taken?
Wonoir efuir uk sunorkfonir sier sisitu. Sata afsoir uk napir aniyir ninpir.
Most of what is missing is perishable items. Grain, baked goods, fruit. There's little chance of getting them back, and they're hardly worth the effort.
Owo sair uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwair shafir owo.
The only thing I'm really upset about is a clay figurine. Yesterday, Tong, one of the sailors, took it. There was nothing I could do to stop him.
Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaksir finopifu.
The figurine isn't worth much, but it belonged to my mother. I wish there was some way to get it back. Is there something I could do to help?
Wonoir efuir uxum norgfonier sier sisitu. Sata afsoir. Uk napier anigir ninpier.
Okay. So this is like KOTOR, where they do have like a set amount of phrases for this language, and then they'll go through it. All voiced differently, but that's a change. Normally, I would look to the local officials to help, but as you've already seen, Minister Sheng can do little about these sailors. Nobody in town can help. Well, I'm not from here.
Usosier uthak tarweir. Shathir owosu.
We're just simple villagers. Tong knows he can do whatever he wants to me and get away with it. I'll go talk to Tong for you.
Woquair ano uyu. Kubkithir soso wawer wakwakir tower wo.
Thank you. Tong and his friends are usually off getting drunk near the storehouses, past Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town.
Wokausoir noka wowo tarweir shaxiero finopifu.
If you convince him to return my mother's figurine, I'll give you a discount on all my merchandise when it arrives. Hey man, you got it.
Lord Yun has put out a call for aid. Will none of you answer? Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You seem a woman who knows her way around a battlefield. Are you willing to put those skills to the test?
You want to test me in combat?
Not personally, no. On behalf of Lord Yun, I'm here to find a skilled warrior who can deal with a unique problem. The Great Southern Forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners.
Does anyone know what causes the sickness?
If we did, would I be here?
Yes.
Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are.
Ghosts! How do I reach the forest?
You must leave Tien's landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably.
What's happening in the forest again?
As I said, the trees in the Great Southern Forest sicken, and the paths fill with vicious ghosts. No caravan dares to travel its depths, cutting off huge sections of the south from the Empire's heart, and Lord Yun collects no taxes when no one travels his lands.
Goodbye.
Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
Bookstand. The airing of grievances. Being a collection of the indignities suffered by Minister Sheng at the hands of the backward shanty town of Tien's Landing. His hat has been soiled. A parchment was stolen from him before his speech at a community gathering. His cat was viciously threatened. A chair at his table was placed backward. His finger was slammed in the door not once but thrice. An egg was thrown at him by an unknown assailant. His cart was stolen, filled with soiled garments, and then returned. His cart was stolen, filled with soiled garments, and then returned. His face was ridiculed by young children. His prized tonberry was squashed. It was suggested that he perform acts of deliberate indecency upon himself. He was forced to suffer the interminable and petty gripes of the people. His hair was accused of being impermanent and false. The honor of his family was impunged. He suffered a disabling attack by a pack of bees. His reputation was maligned by brigands. Brigands! A local dog evacuated in the minister's shoe. He was given a gift of turtle eggs by a visiting merchant. It was suggested that he would be able to trace his lineage to a simple courtesan. He was referred to as Smelly. He slipped in mud, no doubt placed in his path by jealous townsfolk. Sailors burned down his office. I think that's the only one. The only airing of grievances. That's the only one. They burned it down. Okay. Sailor.
Get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
Nice of you to join us, Dawnstar. Yeah, bar ram you too. Where's this guy at? You can't go wherever you want. Gems. Just pour it out. I swear, some people. Where are these cretins? Chuman.
Hello, and welcome to Chuman's Woodcrafts. I'm afraid I don't have any woodwork items ready right now. My inventory's a bit understocked.
Who are you?
I'm Chuman the Craftsman. Nobody important, just a simple merchant of fine woodwork items. A merchant who may not be in business much longer, I'm afraid. There are several customers who owe me money, but with the dam open, times are hard. I can't expect them to pay me when they can't even feed their families. And if they don't pay me, I can't afford the raw materials to make my woodwork. It's a difficult situation, but I'm trying to make the best of it.
Maybe I could help you collect.
No, that won't be necessary. I don't want to cause any trouble for my customers. I'm sure they'll pay me eventually. At least, I hope so.
I meant the supplies, not the money. I'm not going to enforce shit for you. Your customers are taking advantage of you.
You might be right. I'm a fine craftsman, but I'm not much for business. I extend credit too easily, and then I can't bring myself to collect. It's just not in my nature.
I'll be going now.
Farewell.
And you won't ask. So you get no help. Li Shen.
Welcome, stranger! Welcome to beautiful Tien's Landing! Isn't it a glorious day? Oh, I know, people complain and grumble, but honestly, I think they're overreacting. Things can't be that bad, right? After all, you're here. If the town was truly doomed, would we still be getting visitors? Ha, I think not. In fact, I think your presence here is a sure sign that things are looking up. Soon, all our problems will be solved. It's just like I kept saying.
First off, I think you're over exaggerating, and you're, you know, I don't know who you are. Secondly, when I come to a place, usually it gets decimated. So, should probably not count all your chickens before they hatch. Jeez, I can't speak. I find your optimism disturbing. Who are you?
People call me Li Shun the Talkative, though I have no idea why. I'm actually a basket maker. In fact, I dare say I am the best basket maker in all of Tien's Landing. Of course, with the dam open, ships can't navigate the river. So, I have no supplies to make my baskets and no customers to buy them. But am I worried? Of course not. My children only need one meal a day. After all, they're small. And my wife can take a third job if necessary. I know things will turn around soon.
You're overreacting. And I think you're in denial.
Denial? Preposterous! Sure, half the people have moved away, and those who stayed have mostly given up hope, and the entire town is running out of food and silver. But does my optimism mean I'm in denial? Of course not! I mean, none of the buildings are on fire, right? See? Something good. Just like that, right off the top of my head. I admit that some see our Imperial Minister Shang as, well, not entirely competent or capable of dealing with our problems. But somehow things will work out. They always do.
I want to talk about something else.
Of course. I will gladly converse on any number of topics. It's a fine way to pass the time on such a beautiful day.
Who are you? Tell me about the town's problems.
The Great Dam's been opened and the river level has dropped. Ships can't navigate the river and nobody can fish. But I think people are overreacting. Basically, we're suffering some minor inconveniences, which I'm sure will soon be resolved. Still, there are a few alarmists who scream and cry that our town is dying. Can you imagine? They have no faith in the Emperor, nor in Minister Shang, who is in charge of Tien's Landing. I am sure the cunning Shang has a plan to save us.
I think you're in denial. I want to talk about something else.
Of course.
I have questions about the town itself.
I'm always happy to talk about Tien's Landing. We may have a few minor problems, but I'm sure Shang, our Imperial Minister, will find a way to solve them.
Where did the name Tien's Landing come from?
A splendid question, and one in which I am particularly well-versed. It is a fascinating tale that dates back to the blessed first Emperor of Jade, sagacious Tien.
Sounds interesting. Go on.
Before he was emperor, before there was even an empire, sagacious Tien was a young man, fond of wandering the countryside. One day he stopped, weary from his travels. He lay down to rest beneath the shade of a cool tree and had a marvelous dream of a shining empire. This dream drove him to create the Jade Empire as we know it. To honor the memory of his dream, he returned and built a summer palace in the spot where he had stopped to rest. In time, a town, this town, sprang up around the palace.
I don't see any palace around here. Do you?
Well, that was long ago. Over the centuries, the castle fell into ruin. But make no mistake, Tien's Landing is where he had his dream. The castle proves it.
But, yeah, I was about to say that. But there is no castle.
Yes, but there used to be, many centuries ago. All evidence of it may be gone now, but just knowing it was here once is all the proof I need.
I see.
Other villages try to claim the Emperor had his dream while crossing their lands, but I know the truth. Tien's Landing, my hometown, is the birthplace of the Empire.
I want to talk about something else.
Of course.
Who are you?
Enjoy your stay.
Yeah. Dock worker.
We ought to form a guild. Everyone else has them, why not us?
Because you're a peasant. You're not allowed those amenities. Are you the guys I want to talk about? Sailor.
Ing better figure out a way to get us out of here soon,
I don't
or
want
I'm
to
going
hear
to
you
snap.
say that again. Do not say that. Big Tien. Talk to me.
Look at all these people here. When my old father told me to come to the big city, he never warned me about the crowds.
Okay. You think Tien's Landing is a big city?
Back on the farm, I ain't never seen so many people and buildings in one place. Except for livestock. But I guess they ain't people. Or buildings.
It's true. I don't talk with peasants. Who are you?
My name's Tien, but everyone calls me Big Tien because I'm so big. I came to the city to try to find me a wife. So far, it's not going so good. Say, you're real pretty. You want to be my wife? You could come live on my farm. I got chickens and oxen and lots of land. It would be hard at first, working the farm by ourselves. But after you have 6 or 7 kids, they can help out too.
How dare you talk like that to me, peasant? Thanks, but I'll pass.
Oh, okay. Well, do you know any other pretty young gals looking for a husband?
I could help you, if the price is right.
Price? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. My old father warned me about your type. I ain't looking to buy me no woman. No lady for hire type gals for this country, boy.
That's not what I meant.
I just want a nice, respectable gal to be my wife. One who can help me out on the farm and such.
It's like, you really are stupid, aren't you? What I was trying to say is not that you pay me to pay a woman to do that, but that I would send your way someone for you to talk to. But I want a reward. You pay me because I got shit to do. And you want someone to talk to, but you're not willing to leave this spot. And you just catcalling every girl. Like, you didn't even ask Dawnstar. You don't think she's pretty? What's wrong with you? Maybe you should ask one of these sailors. There you go. I don't know any eligible women.
Well, that's a real shame. If you run across any nice gals, do me a favor and mention my name to them. Big Tien. You have a nice day now.
That's what I was just talking about. God, you're dense. You're so dense. I will find you a dense woman. You can have dense children together. Book stand. Not sure if I read this, but we'll see. The Cataclysm. Many tales circulate of the travels of the water people. But, yeah, I haven't read this, I believe. But one of the most disturbing tales comes from far to the west, beyond the ocean of Tempest. Rumors persist of an area in the middle of the Western Ocean that is inhospitable to life. The farther one travels across the ocean of Tempest, the warmer the climate becomes. Many have postulated that this may be because you approach the resting place of the sun. But there must be another explanation, not shrouded in myths and superstition. The sun, huh? Of course, of particular note are reports of an enormous cloud that rises miles into the air, visible to those few brave enough to travel the increasingly rough seas of Tempest. At night, this cloud grows with heat, and its acrid smell carries on the wind. Those who approach too closely fall ill. The few ghost ships found in that area were filled with dissected corpses, their skin rotting and their hair and teeth falling from their bodies. One particularly disturbing log, penned in the shaking hand of a dying captain of one of these lost craft, suggests that the skies were filled with a roar like the cries of the gods, and it finishes with the unfortunate man's wish that death take him before the howling demons descend upon him. It's just superstition. Grounded ship.
Ghosts bring wind. Wind is no friend to a river fisherman, I can tell you that.
Yeah. They don't really like wind, do they? A lady, huh? Found one. Oh, but I can't talk to her. And that's a man. I can't talk to the lady, and it's a man, so... Does that help?
Are you getting slow in your old age, Jian?
Mistress Vo. You play too conservatively, Vo. You must be bold when playing a game of Yi. Did I teach you nothing?
You taught me much, Jian, but the most valuable lessons were learning where you were wrong. 17th square of the lion, if you please.
Thought you were done. A wise move, but you know you cannot win. You stall this game the way you hesitated to learn of harmonic combinations. You must be bold, Vo.
You are being rude, Jian. We have a guest. Let us place the game on hold a moment.
I was doing my best to ignore you too. Very well. What do you want from Jian, the Iron Fist, or Mistress Vo? If you are here for training, I refuse. What exactly are you doing? We are having our game of Yi interrupted. Playing without the board or pieces is hard enough without some stranger interrupting.
Surely you know of Yi, the capturing game? Played on a board of 19 rows and columns, the black and white pieces capture territory for their player.
Well, let's play. We have simply decided to do away with the board. If one is properly focused, it is not so hard to keep the game in one's mind. What kind of training can you two offer? None. Too many people seek our guidance.
Do not be so hasty, Jian. You did not turn me aside all those years ago.
Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi.
And look where that got us. Your foolish devotion to the way of the open palm drove you from my tutelage and made you weak. No more. End of subject. I have some questions about Tien's Landing. Then you should ask them of someone who cares. Then you should ask them of someone who cares.
Forgive him. Had my former master bothered to remember his manners, he might have told you that we are not from Tien's Landing. We know little of the events here.
The Emperor posts a minister to look after this place. Sheng is his name, I think. Pester him if you want to know more about this place. I will leave you to your game.
Xian the Iron Fist isn't honestly going to let this one walk away, is he? If you don't say anything, then I will, you old goat.
As much as it pains me, Vo is right. I see potential in you, a greater strength than the dozens of worms who compete for my favor.
I too see strength, but also the capacity for understanding the world and your place in it. You could prove an interesting pupil.
What are you getting at? I will make you an offer. Show me that you understand every nuance of the way of the closed fist, and I will teach you how to bend the storms to your will through tempest.
He would like nothing more than to have you as a student. But show me that you walk the way of the open palm, and I will teach you the mysteries of Stone Immortal.
God damn it, do I have to choose? We will be here for some time. If you wish either of our tutelage, but do not ask us to guide you on your path, learning the ways on your own is the most important lesson. You know, teach me skills.
This here's a private club. Members only.
Cool. How do I become a member?
You can't. Just move along.
Fine.
You have a nice day now.
I'll just go in anyway.
This here's a...
No.
You have a nice... This here's a private...
Damn it.
You have a...
You thought of everything, BioWare. Thought of everything. You dare. Don't blow up. Sealed gate. These gates are sealed shut and will never open. And aha!
Hey, Baker Bay. How are you today?
Hey!
Go away! I told you I want no part of this. Tell Eiling to leave me alone.
If you want to tell Eiling something, go tell her yourself. In the meantime, we have our orders. Nothing personal. It's a little personal with me. I like sticking your face in the gutter. Hold on a sec. We've got company. You're a little too interested in our business, friend. Looks like we gotta teach you to back off when Eiling's boys are working.
Leaping tight!
Oh, I hate this.
Leaping tiger.
Okay. I am the master of my craft.
Can you believe that these thugs would just attack me in broad daylight like that?
Yes.
They might have killed me if you hadn't stepped in. Thank you. I never expected such help from a stranger.
Actually, Lan sent me to help you.
You spoke to Lan? How humiliating. My fiancé must have told you I can't protect myself. The woman I love doesn't have faith in me? Oh, the shame. I'll never live this down.
She's just worried about you. Why are there only two options here?
Yes, you're right, of course. I suppose I can't fault Lan for being worried about me. I've taken some serious beatings lately.
I've heard.
I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just worried about Lan. She's very emotional. I've done my best to try and keep her from becoming involved in this.
Involved in what? In what, exactly?
Those thugs are acting on Eiling's orders. She's the head of their gang. They have a small hideout in the boathouse. Eiling and I were friends when we were children, but we drifted apart as we grew up. She fell in with some rough people, as you've already seen. Ever since I got engaged, Eiling has become obsessed with me. Every day she sends her thugs to beat me up. She says she won't stop until I go talk to her.
Yeah, so why don't you go talk to her?
She's obviously crazy. I've done nothing to her. We haven't even spoken in years. If I go to her hideout to talk to her, I'm afraid that I'll never come out. At least the beatings on the street are out in public. They won't kill me in front of witnesses. Well, not on purpose anyway.
I get the feeling you're not telling me something.
I'm being completely honest, I swear. I know how this looks. You must think I've done something to deserve this, but I have no idea why Eiling is after me.
Have you told any of this to Lan?
No. Lan's very emotional. I didn't want her to get upset. At first, I didn't tell her anything at all. But I couldn't hide my bruises forever. So I told her about the beatings. But even then, I didn't mention Eiling. It's bad enough what's happening to me. I was afraid if Lan became more involved, Eiling might hurt her too.
Maybe I could talk to Eiling for you.
Thank you so much. Eiling and her thugs are in the boathouse. Please just ask her to leave me alone. All we want is to live our lives in peace.
That was a rough fight.
I'm a captain.
You're not a captain.
Hey. Okay, good. She's
These stacks
gone.
remind me of the fishermen in Two Rivers. A shame we will never see them again.
Well, it's only the parts that humans built that burned down Dawnstar. The place, Two Rivers, is still there. Beggar!
Everything I am, I owe to the Emperor.
Okay, that's dim. Courtesan.
What's the matter, farm girl? Never seen a real working woman?
Oh, man.
This is my corner. I paid for it.
I could send you to a man who doesn't want to buy you, but take you away and make you do work and pop out children. Would you like that? Beggar!
Filthy thieves stole my rags.
You gonna ever ask for money? Merchant Zhang and shipping. Let's talk to this guy first.
Hello. You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang's assistant. Perhaps someday I will be Merchant Xipeng, mightiest merchant of Tien's Landing. But for now, I am just an assistant, not worthy of your honorable time.
Well, you know, you remind me of the person that watched the gate. And then, I guess they all got past him anyway, because they had flying machines. Merchant Zhang. If you'll excuse me, I have many customers. I try to provide good service, so I must be about my business. This guy's peeing on the wall. As you do. Urchin!
You ever seen a ghost?
Yeah.
My parents are ghosts now.
Oh, God.
I ain't never seen them, though.
Have you ever seen a ghost? Yeah. My parents are ghosts now. Oh. Sorry. Courtesan.
What's the matter, farm girl? Never seen a real working woman?
What's the matter, working woman? You ever seen legs like this? Like Chun-Li. Darting Lynx.
Hello there, stranger.
Howdy.
I haven't spotted you around Tien's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all.
Right, you guys can't even sell me anything, just like the first merchant.
It's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tien's Landing, if that's why you're here.
Well, that'd be cool. That's an interesting name you have.
Let me tell you, it raises a few eyebrows at first. That's why I tell people I'm an acrobat up front these days. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right? I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested.
How did you come by the name Darting Lynx?
It's not much of a story, really. It's just a stage name I picked up when I first started practicing acrobatics. I was quite young, and my master felt I was a little too fast for my own good. You dart like a lynx, he would say, but you balance like a drunken frog.
That should have been your name.
He taught me to slow my movements and really focus on what I was doing, but his nickname for me stuck.
He just called you Drunken Frog. Show me what you can teach me and what you have for sale.
At least you'll be easy to teach. I don't know if you've ever tried to teach a man balance, but it's no simple task. You'd think we'd be the ones having a hard time. I swear, if men had breasts, they wouldn't be able to walk straight, let alone hold a handstand.
Well, I would not be walking.
Let's see what I can teach you.
I wouldn't be walking anywhere. I have none of these in my inventory. So, let's go over these that we have here. So we got the balance of nature. That is to be one with your art. It must be your entire world, your only focus, but to lose yourself in that world is also a serious failing. If you balance the needs of your art with the needs of your inner self, you can achieve true transcendence and clarity of purpose. That's focus plus 15 and chi plus 3. So this one is Hawk's Elegance. As brittle and as elegant as they may be, a bird must have a keen mind to adapt and make use of its surroundings. This constant attention to detail is a sign of one whose focus is more on one's mind than on one's body. The mind is a weapon as powerful as any other. That's plus 7 to focus, minus 3 to health. And we got conditioning of the body. Plus 7 to health, minus 3 to chi. The lithe grace of any serious physical artist, be they dancer or martial artist, belies the strength of their body. Through their arts, all fat and useless muscle is burned away, leaving only the hard muscle beneath. And Swallow's Grace. Charm plus 3, minus 1 intuition. A dancer must learn to glide as softly and as delicately as a small bird, flitting from here to there. Many people find this behavior fascinating but mysterious. So we're going to get a balance of nature and Swallow's Grace. And then we're going to sell. How many of these do I have? Got 2 of these. I got 2 of these. I don't make much money, do I? Yeah. Give me that. Give me that stuff. The docks are crazy. All right. So at this moment, I'm going to take a quick break. Now take a quick break real quick. Then we're going to get back at it. And I'm back. So let us continue. And got a drink now. Cheers. Oh no.
Stop right there. I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning.
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship. I'm your captain, understand?
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
Good job. Beggar.
Don't bother me. I may be a beggar, but I'm on my break right now.
Can one of you ask me for some silver? Just one. I beg and plead for you to do it at this point. All right. Ing.
If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here.
Who are you?
I'm Captain Ing. This is my ship, the Lucky Knight. She's a fine vessel, or was. But now that the Great Dam is open, the Lucky Knight is stranded here along with me and my men. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam.
If the river is too low and fast, why don't you go close the dam?
If I leave the ship, my men will have Tien's Landing in flames. The locals think the dam is haunted, and Minister Sheng can't find anyone brave enough to risk closing it.
How much would you pay me to have the Great Dam closed?
Hey, couldn't we just help this man without trying to make a profit from it?
This is the first time I've asked.
I'm grateful to the lady for her thought, but I am also a merchant, so I understand the way of the world. I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have.
Excellent. I'll go to the dam right now.
You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key.
I'll be back once the dam is closed and the river is not so low and fast.
Good luck. I'm not used to needing help from others. It's hard for me to say this, but thank you.
She stands all the way over there because she's ashamed of me. $1,200 silver. And the book stand. The Undertow. The farther east one goes across the ocean of glass, the colder and drier the air becomes. Modern scholars have struggled to understand this phenomenon, but to no avail. If one travels far enough, the sea currents all change, drawing east just as all winds begin to draw in the same direction. Myths persist, however, of something greater, an ancient devouring evil detailed in the legend of the barbarian savages who line among the isles of the glass ocean. The legends tell of a voracious creature, a great demon trying to draw the entire world into its maw. An expedition sent during the Star Dynasty to discover the truth of these legends never returned and was presumed lost at sea. I will do it for free now. I just took all your money. All of it.
Hello again.
Boom, boom, boom. A vase. Was that enough? I don't want to have no money when I'm done here. Free Captain Ing's ship. One of the people hit hardest by the opening of the dam is Captain Ing. The river is too low and fast for his ship, so he is trapped in Tien's Landing with no way to earn his livelihood, and his men are becoming mutinous. If you close the dam, he'll reward you with silver, although he has little to spare, because I just took it all. Impress Mistress Vo, impress Jean the Iron Fist. An ancient game. You encounter two masters involved in a game of Yi, a strategic game in which white and black pieces struggle to control territory on a board. It seems their games extend to the world around them, as both have offered to train you in their style, but only if you can prove that you follow one of their competing philosophies. The Sickened Forest. We need to seek out Lord Un. You have heard tales of a disease affecting the great southern forest, which lies just north of Tien's Landing. Lord Yun, a noble from the Imperial City, has recently arrived to find a solution. He seeks skilled warriors to aid him. The stolen memento. Talk to Tong. Merchant Xiong has asked for your help in retrieving a clay figurine from a sailor named Tong. Tong can usually be found down in the Pier District in the southeast section of town. The Beaten Baker. Talk to Ai Ling. Baker Bay told you that Ai Ling ordered the beatings. He wants you to convince her to leave him alone, and he suggested that you speak to her at the boathouse, the headquarters of her gang. Hui the Brave. Hui, that almost looked like Hut. Hui told the story of a wounded monk who fled the destruction of Dirge with another piece of the amulet Master Li gave you. The monk died in Old Tien's Landing, and his possessions were lost there when the village flooded. Now that the waters have receded, you should be able to recover the amulet piece and add it to the piece you now wear. And finding a new flyer. And the Great Dam talked to Minister Sheng. The Great Dam downriver from Tien's Landing is open, and now the Silkworm River is running faster and lower than it has for years. It is impossible for larger vessels to navigate, essentially cutting off the town from the trade that sustains it. Minister Sheng in the town square could provide more details. And the Woman in Black. And the Viper. And Iron Palm. Plot items. Silk strings. These strings are carefully woven and made from the finest silk. They look as if they were made for a musical instrument. A bar of nickeled iron. This bar is made of iron alloyed with nickel, producing a far stronger metal referred to by some smiths as steeled iron, or simply steel. What a weird concept. Steel. This must be the boathouse. Scholar Six Heavens.
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. I can read in every movement that you would protect the weak and coddle the poor.
You're saying you need help, but not mine?
That is exactly the case. You are not worthy to help me in my task. I need someone who understands that discord, friction, and trial are the true sources of strength. If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while. Otherwise, I will not waste any more time with you.
It's Tong. Alright, guy. So real quick, I want to just try to remember what I'm best at. Statistics, no. Techniques, no. Intimidation's up there, but charm is also up there. So we will try charm, hopefully.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows.
Well, then I will join you. Sorrows? What do you mean?
It's no fun being trapped in this town We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and now we're stuck here. That'd drive anyone to drink.
You stole a figurine from Merchant Cheung.
Figurine? You mean that clay statue? Pretty little thing. I just borrowed it for a while. I didn't steal it.
Why did you take it?
My ma used to have figurines like that. I ain't seen her in a long time. I really miss her. I just borrowed the figurine to remind me of her.
Charm, your mother wouldn't like you taking someone else's things.
Oh, jeez, now you got me feeling all guilty about my ma. Here, take the figurine. Yeah. I didn't mean to cause no trouble. I just missed my ma is all.
Are you crying? Hey, it's okay. Don't cry.
I ain't crying. I just got something in my eye. I gotta go back to the boat now. Come on, boys, let's go.
Won't cause no trouble. And this leads to... wait. It will never open. Well, you didn't see me just take care of that, did you? Bamboozled. Alright. We've done some things. Still need to redirect a woman over to the one guy who's looking for a wife. And now we definitely need to make sure that you choose one of those styles. Cheung.
Koni onuyu, koke ir tatasinan. Sun puno onuyusir taikunpa ibnano pir ni wonun.
Yeah. But I have your figurine here.
Wo yakuptir, ni shin warwair, wo suyir kak.
Did you just call me a cuck?
Akwi wo ofir, san kasowir wo siyutana.
I have no silver to offer you, but I'll give you a discount on all the goods I sell as soon as the dam is closed and I can replenish my stock.
Usosir uthak tarwair, shathir owosu.
What is it I wish to know? I'll be going.
Onuyuir napair wo.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to do nothing. This beggar doesn't even want money from me. I must go talk with a lady. And be like, stop, please. That's probably the one. Lan!
Did you find Bay? Were you able to stop the thugs from hurting him?
The thugs work for a woman who's interested in Bay.
A woman? What is her interest in my fiancé? Do you know who she is? You have to talk to her. Tell her to leave him alone. He's mine. Make her leave him alone.
I'm still looking into this.
Of course. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm honored that one as great as you offered to help me at all. Thank you.
Just know you got competition, alright? And you must be wanting to get married.
I'm surprised to see you back, Mighty One. Tien's Landing is doomed, and I thought our troubles would have driven you away.
I'm fixing your troubles. Who are you?
I am Gufu, Great One. Some call me Gufu the Sweet, though I don't know why. I usually smell like the fish I sell. Perhaps they are making fun of me. But now, there are no fish to sell. I have lived in Tien's Landing all my life, but now, I'm ashamed to say, I wish I lived somewhere else.
Why do you wish that?
Everything in Tien's Landing is falling apart. Sheng, the local minister, is helpless to deal with all our troubles. You should get out while you can.
Tell me about the troubles here.
You don't know? The Great Dam has been opened, and now the river's level has dropped. It's too low and fast to navigate. Without the river, we are nothing. The merchants can't buy goods from the Imperial City. The traders can't sell to the outside world. The men cannot fish, and our children go hungry. And if that wasn't bad enough, we have the pirates to worry about too. They've been raiding the countryside, taking prisoners to sell into slavery.
That sounds like a you problem. I have questions about the pirates.
I wish I could help you, Great One, but I am only a humble peasant woman. All I know about pirates is to try and avoid them. Maybe Sheng knows more. I'm sure he'd do all he could to help you get rid of the pirates threatening the town. After all, he is our Imperial Minister.
I want to ask you something else.
Of course, Great One. I would be honored to answer whatever questions you may have.
Do you have your coin purse with you? I need to find a flyer or some other kind of airship.
Airship? I have only heard of such things. Graceful ships that sail through the air? I've always longed to see one, but I'm just a simple peasant. Perhaps Minister Sheng would know something of this. He once lived in the Imperial City. I have heard the skies above it are filled with airships.
Goodbye.
Take care of yourself, stranger, and be glad that you do not live in Tien's Landing.
How do I find this man a wife? The Zither of Discord. Trapped. Second Forest. Wait, is that not a... It's not a thing. I don't have to find this guy a woman. He wants me. No, you can't have me. I'm expensive. What am I doing here? Boy. Then we need to talk to someone. But what's better, open palm or closed fist? A stand, well, militia guard.
The minister isn't a bad sort, if you can learn to ignore the sobbing.
Minister Sheng.
It is not easy to be Minister Sheng, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult stranger. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Sheng simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. I have problems of my own.
What are you Minister of?
The Ministry of Harmony, which oversees taxation and execution, usually in that order. But poor Minister Sheng oversees nothing in this dying town. Nothing but failure! This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision.
I've heard there are pirates around.
Who cares about that? The Great Dam was opened by... No, I cannot say. It is too dangerous. Unless... Very well, you've convinced me. It was that horrible Inquisitor Lim. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam.
Why did they do that?
Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassins. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea.
Is there anything I can do?
Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key. I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town could be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me.
Hey, what did you just give me? Is that a key?
What are you talking about? I haven't given you anything. Although I will need that back when you're done. Oh, and I am certainly not going to tell you that the ruins can be reached by heading across the footbridge and out the west gate of town. It wouldn't be proper.
Would you happen to not know anything about flyers while we're at it?
Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating.
I don't need them to be.
I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you.
Where can I find Rue the boatswain?
Rue announced 3 days ago that he was going to close the Great Dam, but first he stopped at the tea house for a bowl of wine. As far as I know, he's still there.
As a fleet of flyers passed by recently.
I recently saw a large fleet of flyers pass by. Minister Sheng held out hope that they had come to escort him away from this demeaning post and back to the Imperial City. But the flyers never stopped in Tien's Landing. They headed upriver towards the pirates' camp. No doubt they went there to refuel, though where they are now I could not say.
What can you tell me about these pirates?
The pirates are just one more affliction that plagues this troubled town, and yet another headache for poor Minister Sheng. They raid the surrounding countryside, swooping down with their flyers to capture slaves. Do you know how bad it looks when someone under my jurisdiction is captured by slavers?
Pretty bad.
Fortunately, they haven't attacked the town itself yet. Gao, the man I hear is running them, knows that would draw too much attention.
But there are pirates wandering all over this town.
The drunks clogging up the streets aren't pirates. They're only traveling merchants, sailors who were trapped here when the dam was opened. Minister Sheng finds them to be an annoyance, but not a concern worth worrying about. If the dam is closed, they will simply disappear. Not like Gao and his pirates.
Did you say Gao was in charge?
Yes, I believe that was his name. Gao. An unsavory character by all accounts. There are even rumors he is connected to that infamous crime syndicate known as the Guild. The pirates have been operating in this area for many years, or so I was told. However, things became much more serious when Gao took over. The pirates started using flyers and gathering slaves at an enormous rate. I imagine things are very unpleasant over at their camp. Not that I'm willing to go take a look.
Hasn't anybody tried to stop them?
Are you accusing Minister Sheng of neglecting this problem?
Yes.
It's not that easy. One can't simply point and say, the pirates are over there. Well, actually, one can.
See?
But the only approach is by river, and no sane bargeman would be willing to risk such a journey. Sane people don't go looking for the pirates. They avoid them. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then...
Yeah. Let's get back to my other questions.
Yes, let's. Nothing would please Minister Sheng more.
I want to ask you something else.
Certainly. Let us discourse on a variety of topics. It isn't as if Minister Sheng has anything better to do. What shall we talk about?
I'm curious about you.
Ah, my favorite subject.
I'm sure it is.
Ask, and Sheng, Imperial Minister of Harmony for this entire region, will let you bask in the glory that is... me.
Doesn't this entire region just consist of this town?
Don't! Why, how dare... Yes, you are right. I am minister of this bleeding pus pool of a town. And yes, it is because I am in disfavor. Are you through?
No.
Because you haven't yet picked on my appearance or my family history. Why stop short of completely obliterating the last little bit of dignity to which Minister Sheng clings?
I will gladly ask you these things. Why are you standing here in front of a cart?
The shame! Since the Great Dam opened and the lake drained, there has been a ship trapped in port and the sailors are growing increasingly rowdy. Some of them got drunk and set fire to the Ministry of Harmony's office. That is the ruin of it over there.
Someone should do something about those sailors.
What can be done? The sailors want to leave as badly as the town wants them gone. But until the dam is closed, their ship isn't going anywhere. I'm sure Captain Ing down by the pier would offer you some sort of reward to close the Great Dam and free his ship. That is what we in the Ministry of Harmony call a hint.
Right. Why were you sent to Tien's Landing?
Judge Fang, the Chief Minister of Harmony. He didn't want me anywhere near the seat of power. He sent me here, an exile as unjust as any in the history of the Empire.
But why did he do that?
Jealousy! You see, by the rosters of the Imperial bureaucracy, I am next in line for Fang's job. It was only a matter of time until Minister Sheng ascended to his position. Fang does not think much of me, so he banished me to this remote branch of the Ministry of Harmony. Now one of his lackeys will take my rightful position as his successor.
What does the Ministry of Harmony do?
Woe to Sheng that his sole ally is an uneducated simpleton. The Ministry of Harmony oversees taxes and executions for this entire region.
Want to ask about something else?
I once lived in the Imperial City. I was almost a regular at court. Now Minister Sheng is reduced to answering questions in the street.
It's because your house burned down. I want to ask you about the Empire.
It is true I am knowledgeable and well-traveled. Very well, let me elucidate.
What do you think of the Emperor?
A giant among men, superb, the best emperor ever. Surely he will soon allow me to return to the Imperial City. Surely.
Tell me about the Imperial City.
Oh, I miss it so. And it misses me, I am sure. A grand place, but I fear I shall never see it again. Even the mention of the name brings sorrow to Minister Sheng's heart. Please, let us discuss some other topic. Recollecting the grandeur of the Imperial City in these mean and meager surroundings is too cruel a tragedy to bear.
What do you know about Death's Hand?
Of course, I hold all the Emperor's advisors in the highest esteem. Death's Hand serves the Emperor, as do we all. He is a trifle terrifying, however. But I respect him. Oh, yes, I respect him so very, very much.
Goodbye.
Yes, yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the great dam, and I never said that.
Ruins Key. Oh. We don't want to leave Tien's Landing right yet. We gotta go back to the tea house. Any of y'all want...
I hear strange sounds coming from the ruins at night. They say it's ghosts, but I don't believe that.
Good, you're not an idiot. Greetings, stranger. I noticed you speaking with Minister Sheng. I wonder if I could have but a moment of your time. Let me see your wares, merchant. No, you may not. Who are you? Yes, I wanted to talk to you earlier. I am Merchant Jiang, wine seller. I serve the community by entertaining these sailors trapped in our town. I need the help of someone with a steely eye and a steady hand. It seems to me that you are making a killing off the situation. I simply feel I need the best way I can. What is the crime in that? I didn't say it was a crime. Now you seem a capable young woman, and I really need some help. Where does your wine come from? The town is cut off. We all must have our little secrets. How I conduct my trade is mine. Now I need the help of someone with discretion. Someone who knows how to keep their mouth shut and recognizes a good deal. Someone who likes silver. Lots of silver. Does this sound like you? What sort of help do you need? This is an excellent time to be a wine merchant. The sailors trapped in our town were on the river for quite a long time. and they had saved up massive amounts of silver.
Niwupa ia kupu sa ia Elworth kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napia shathia uko.
They've made me a rich man, but they still have much silver to spend, and I have a large enough supply of wine to last many moons before my stock runs dry.
Niwu sosawa ia wak tasi no ni nano yota napia ifa ia ok.
I saw you speaking with Minister Sheng, worthy one. I suspect he asked you to go out to the great dam and close it, am I right? Do you have a proposition or not?
Niwupa ia kupu sa ia Elworth kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napia shathia uko.
I like the way you come right to the point. It shows that you are strong and decisive. I will answer the same way. I do not want you to close the great dam.
Oknikofia apania sasa tatasi no ni nano yok yowia sonsi ya wo yowia.
If the great dam closes, the water level rises, and those sailors will float away with all their silver. It would be a ridiculous waste of a golden business opportunity.
Wonoa ea sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok.
I want you to destroy the controls of the great dam, leaving it forever open. Then there will be no danger of some adventurer coming by and closing it. And what will you give me for doing this, if I do this?
You cannot be seriously considering this. Dooming the entire town for a few pieces of silver?
He did not say it was just for silver.
Niwu sosawa ea wak tasi no ni nano yota napia ifa ia ok.
I hope you have more determined self-interest than your companion here. I believe that everything has a value, and I place a value on your actions.
Kutkosi wiwa ia wo nawa ia ifa wiya oka wikino.
If you perform this service for me, I will pay you 20% of my profits to date. Rest assured, it's a very substantial sum. And what if I expose your plan? You have no proof. I asked you to do this. It's just my word against yours. Who will they believe? A stranger new to town or a respected merchant? I want no part of this. No need to rush to a decision. Just keep it in mind. If you destroy the controls, bring me some proof and I will happily honor my word. 20% of my profit to date. Remember that. Yeah, but you didn't even give me a number. 20% of 2. Probably spent it all anyway. Just burning a hole in your pocket. I know the feeling. Hey, you want to get married?
My hero returns. Remember, you're always welcome in this tea house as long as old Mother Kwan is around.
All right. Hey, you want to get married?
Well, no, we're here for you. Uksun work for near, so you're here for.
Yeah, you want a husband?
I suppose you have done a just thing here, but remember, Sun Li needs you, and he is in terrible danger. You have important tasks before you. You really shouldn't waste your time here in this tea house. The Lotus Assassins are searching the ruins for the missing piece of your amulet. You must find the pieces before they do.
Do you know where I can find Rue the boatswain?
The townsfolk commonly refer to him as Rue the Drunken Boatswain. He's upstairs. Actually, he might be on the stairs, passed out. Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus Assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
Rue, I know you keep saying you'll close the Great Dam as soon as you get your courage up, but it's been 3 days. Old Mother Quan is trying to make this place respectable again. You can't stay here. Go close the dam.
Yeah, you do it.
I'm sorry, young one. Let me buy you a drink. 2 bowls of wine and we'll drink a toast to a better time. Just add it to my tab. I'm good for it.
Rue, I don't have time for this. I have other customers to take care of. You have to leave now.
No, I'm really pretty sure I have to drink now. I need to get my courage up so I can go close the dam. Yeah, just another drink or 2. Or 3. Or maybe 4. Oh, more wine?
Bring the man some wine.
Wonderful. Another troublemaker. Well, you two can rot for all I care. I have plenty of other work to do.
And who are you? More importantly, do you have any wine handy? Or, can you get some?
My name is unimportant. I need your help.
My help? Nobody asked for my help. They don't even trust me enough to ride on my barge. But I'm not some useless old drunk. I'll show 'em. That's why I volunteered to go close the Great Dam. I just need a drink or 2 to get my courage up first.
I need you to take me to the pirate camp.
You can't be serious. True, my barge is the only way to get there, but the pirates are dangerous. Believe me, you don't want to go up there. Have some wine instead.
I didn't realize you were a coward.
Mad is what I am. A real loon. Especially when I've had my fill of wine, like now. Truth is, I'd be happy to take you up to the pirates' camp. If I didn't have more pressing business. I promised to close the dam and save the town. Truth is, I wish I'd never told anyone what I was going to do. I was a bit drunk when I said it, but I can't back out now. Everybody thinks I'm just a worthless drunk, but when I close the dam, they'll think I'm a hero. I just need a few drinks to get my courage up before I go.
You're not worthless, Rue. I need your help to stop the pirates.
You mean that, don't you? Well, I may have a bit too much fondness for the wine, but I won't turn my back on someone who needs me. Let's do it! To the pirate lair! I'll make my way down to the little dock where I have my barge and get everything ready. Just meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
I have some questions before you go.
The only questions I ever get are things like, can you leave now? And, can you not vomit in here? Are those the sort of things you're likely to ask?
First, yeah, don't vomit here. I have my shoes. They're right here. Tell me more about yourself.
I've been poling a barge ever since I was old enough to hold the pole. Been drinking since about then, too. And that's my life. Many a bottle of wine finished, many a trip on the river. More bottles than trips, to be honest. Not much more to tell. I'm just a simple man with simple needs.
I'm not gonna lie, I want you sober while you're working with me.
Ha! You make a wonderful jest. Wine is my best friend. She keeps me company in bad times and good. I soon cut out my tongue, I would. But don't let that worry you. My barge will get you where you want to go safe and sound. Even drunk, I can navigate the river 10 times better than anyone else in the village.
I'll meet you at Beggar's Pier.
Good, good. I got lots to do before we go. Check the barge, check our supplies, sample the wine. You never want to travel with bad wine.
He seems sincere. It might be foolish to place our trust in someone so fond of wine, but I believe he'll be there when we need him.
Remember, meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
Level up. We got the levels up, Andromeda. Six style points. All right. Sailor, 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 sailor. Patron, patron. Yoru.
Why have you returned? I suspect there must be some reason beyond the desire to add the agony of conversing with you to my already incalculable sufferings.
Who are you again? What's wrong?
I am at the stage of my life in which I long for companionship. A wife with intellect and refinement comparable, but just slightly inferior to my own.
Well, that's right.
Unfortunately, this town presents scant opportunity for a suitable match. Seamstresses, barmaids, peasants. I may as well marry the harlots selling themselves in the street.
I saw one of those. Maybe your standards are too high.
Or perhaps everyone else's standards are far too low. I shall not allow myself to be saddled with a marriage of convenience, not when I deserve so much more.
You're a pompous ass.
Your jibes, canary, prick the armor of my pride. They are blunted barbs forged by the sputtering flames of your lesser intellect. Farewell. Perhaps we shall speak again, if you ever tire of the braying and neighing of these barnyard animals.
I'll have you know, Mudbray is a cute Pokemon. Good day, sir. No, you're gone. What the fuck? You don't want to talk at all. Yanwan.
Things are so much better now. Only Old Mother knows how to run this place right.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't see any of you going, hey. Two people want to find a wife here. Weird. It's very strange to me. Well, I think I need to go get Sagacious Zoo. We've spent enough time with Dawnstar right now. If we get Sagacious Zoo, then we can have different kinds of conversation. Ones that aren't so judgmental.
This has already become an educational trip. From what you discussed with Hui, it would seem we are indeed tied to important events.
I have concerns as well. Hui convinced me that your master is the glorious strategist. Tell me, Dawnstar, what are your earliest memories with him?
Your question would be better directed at his favorite student. She was at the school for 3 years before I arrived.
Yes, Zoo, I am far more deserving of your attention. She is correct about that. I was with him the longest.
We'll focus on you quite a bit by the time we are done, given the spirit monk connection. But I asked Dawnstar what she remembers.
Okay.
The only thing I know about my life before coming to the school is that I was not wanted, probably because of the bad omens I was born under.
Bad omens? What makes you think that? You said you don't know anything.
I know because of my name. It's one of the few details Master Li was told. I was named for a red glow opposite the morning sun, like a distant fire.
Like the burning of dirge that Hui just mentioned?
Yes, I guess so. I wasn't there, of course. No one but you survived. I guess someone saw it, but I don't know where Dirge is or how far the fire was visible. It fits the time, but that just confirms my thoughts about being born under a bad omen. What could be worse than this attack on Dirge and the water dragon?
If that is the most troubling thing you learn about your birth, consider yourself lucky.
Take it easy, dude. Take it easy, Zoo. Yes, what do you want? Stop. No, stop. I want to talk to you.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help.
I'm interested in how you are, Dawnstar. Is there anything bothering you?
No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind. Although your company is always welcome. We seem so far from anything familiar. Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Li.
Goodbye for now.
Be well, my friend.
Stop questioning me. I'm just asking questions when I ask him about rewards and such. It's like, are you actually considering it? No. But I want him to think that I am. And then maybe sweeten the deal a bit by, you know, not doing stuff to people. Zoo!
Yes? Is there something you want?
I want to know what you and Hui were talking about.
Nothing to concern yourself over. Very old business. I traveled this way when I was fleeing the Lotus Assassins.
I want to know more about this child she mentioned.
It was nothing. Some vagrant waif I passed off after making sure its belly was full. A far less surprising turn than what Hui said about your Master Li.
She confirmed that he is the Emperor's brother.
I know Hui to be a truthful and honorable person, much more so than I consider myself to be. I do not question her belief, but belief alone is not enough. What if it is true? Much will have to change to accommodate this truth. It means the Emperor lied about Li's death, and he may have assaulted the heavens. The Emperor is subject to the common vice of deception. Unthinkable.
Why is it unthinkable? He is a man like any other.
No, he is not. He is Emperor Sun Hai. He is as close to the heavens as a mortal can be. I warn you, This will lead in a dangerous direction for you and Dawnstar. I cannot condone it, but I have agreed to help, and I will. Just don't blame me when the whole world is against you.
I appreciate your help, even if you give it reluctantly.
You will need more than my help. Just try not to endanger your companions. They are not to blame for what your destiny mandates. Now, is there anything else?
I want to talk about you some more. You seem agitated.
I am always agitated. It is because of my training. We were taught that we were always being watched, always being stalked. In many cases, it is actually true. You likely have similar feelings. When trained to be as vicious as the assassins, or when you are the protege of a famous master, you tend to attract unwelcome interest. I wonder how you will react to this scrutiny. I also wonder if your fellows will stand by you when the true weight of what you claim becomes known.
You question why I should be trusted? What about you?
Once again, I cast doubt upon myself. It seems I am destined to garner suspicion even if my actions remain neutral. The sides of the coming conflict seem very well defined. That will not always be the case. It is sometimes difficult to see the truth behind the actions of others. Enough. I don't have anything else relevant to say. Perhaps I will when I have seen more of what you are capable of and what your master intends.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye then.
Don't hold animosity to it. So the options button is what changes between targets. Good to know. Good to know.
Let's keep things simple. If someone gets in our way, remove them.
Exit. Bye, Dawnstar. We're gonna go have fun. Isn't there people out here? No. 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 What a wonderful place. Such a wonderful place. We've done another bunch of hours here in this place. But that should be the last of that, like, fetching all these quests and all that bullshit. Should be the last of it. So, let's go see where this guy is.
This here's a private club. Members only.
I need to speak to Ai Ling about Bei.
Why didn't you say so in the first place? Go on in. They'll unlock the door for you.
Seriously? Why didn't you just say so? 'Cause I didn't know? For fuck's sake. No.
Yes? Is there something you want?
Yes, to be out of that camera angle. Goodbye.
Goodbye then.
Oh, come on. Work game.
Be careful. Trust no one in this place.
Dude.
We're a long way from your idyllic little village.
Yeah. Alright. Book stand. I almost missed that. Horse Lord tactics. Unlike the ordered armies of the Jade Empire, the Horse Lords favor lightly armored units of horsemen who can move rapidly over the field of battle. Moving like a rushing tide, small groups of horsemen harry all angles of their opponents' flanks. Armed with bows, almost to a man, these mounted archers can rain destruction upon unprepared foes. While the Horse Lord tactics are surprisingly effective, their men lack the discipline of the Imperial Army. For all the damage they can inflict, the Horse Lord forces have difficulty holding strategic locations. For now, the Jade Empire exists in an uneasy peace with the Horse Lords, leaving the savages to their arid lands north of the Seat of Heaven province. Yes. Yes. Impressive. Oh, God. Oh, goddamn. Get me. Is there more to this story? This is not helpful. That is my character. What the hell? Okay. Please help. There you go. It is very hard to maneuver in here. Just a quick jog. This isn't Dark Souls.
So, I hear you helped out Baker Bay today. Gave my boys a bit of a lesson, didn't you?
Sure.
They took it pretty hard. Even after all the beatings I gave them over the years, they still aren't used to losing to a girl. Maybe the humiliation will be good for them.
Why are you picking on Bay?
Everyone thinks that Bay and that little seamstress make such a nice couple. But Bay already promised to marry me.
He promised to marry you.
I know what you're thinking. Why would Bay want to marry someone like me? I may not be a delicate little flower like Lon, but I don't want to run this gang forever. Someday I want a husband, maybe a little house, kids too. Bay promised to give me all that. He promised to marry me, and now he's trying to weasel out of it. But a promise is a promise. I won't forget that, even if he tries to.
Let me bring Bay here. Maybe we can work something out.
Yeah, okay. If he has the guts to come here and face me, I'll talk to him. But I'm not going to let him weasel out of his promise.
You got it. I need to look into this some more.
Yeah, you do that. Go tell Lon what kind of man Bay really is. See how she likes it when she finds out her perfect fiancé proposed to another woman.
I will, because I already told her that you're beating her up. Base. Reach inside the vase, woo. That's the office gate. There are steps down here. There's nothing of interest. Okay, don't blow up. There's nothing down here. Guard! 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 You guys gonna kick my ass if I try something? I'd love to see you try. Ooh. Chest! Oh, God damn it. I need to go get him, but hold on. Huh. Face. How many of those am I going to ever get? Cabinet. Scroll stand. The land of howling spirits. To the west of the Jade Empire proper lies the land of howling spirits, a range of sheer mountains and desolate, haunted passes. Not many men dwell in this harsh land. It does not support much in the way of communities, and those who dwell there are hardy mountain folk, who rely on themselves and their herds of goats more than trust in nature. There is one exception to this rule. High in the mountains lies a secluded monastery, home to a reclusive and mysterious order known as the Spirit Monks. They tend an unknown charge in their sealed monastery. No one, not even an emperor, has been able to discover what lies within. The true monks possess strange powers, but they exist in balance with nature. Eventually that land will be absorbed, and the Empire shall learn its secrets. Spirit monks were mountain people. Well, oh, hell. There's blood all over this floor. Blood all over the floor. Got a bunch of shit. We have met Eiling, and we have done some things here in this episode. I know we haven't left yet. That is all right. We are taking this game as best we can, you know. And if anyone understands anything about BioWare games, it's just that usually that first area you go to after the main part that you start with, there's a lot of quests to be given. There's a lot of running around. So Mass Effect did that. Not so much with Dragon Age, right? I don't really remember it. That's why we're going to play it here. But yeah, Mass Effect did that, and KOTOR did that. So, you know, I have a feeling that we have all of this now, that we can finally move on from Tien's Landing and start doing things like the pirates, which we're meeting Homeboy at the dock for. And then we gotta find that guy a wife. We gotta find that other guy a wife that he's not disgusted with. Lon, let's get Bay and this girl back together, right? Because he deserves that for asking her first. Anyway, we gotta close the Great Dam. So we got the guy back his figurine, and he's like, well, you know, as long as the water's down, then I'm not gonna open my store, so, you know, you can't use your reward. We still have to talk to the two masters to figure out if I want open palm or closed fist style. And then there's a guy just around the corner from them that actually wants closed fist style to help him with a problem he has. Then we have Captain Ing, and he wants the river back up, and so the gate closed so that he can get the ship out of there before the sailors mutiny and then burn down Tien's Landing. And then, oh, what else we got? What else did we discover? Sheng's a coward and is doesn't even want to be here. He looks like he's about 10% here, 90% back in the Imperial City still, even though he's been kicked out or something. So, yeah, we're just learning about all this, and we're getting there, and Dawnstar's judging me, so we had to move to Zoo. He's probably going to judge me, too. he's not a very nice guy right now. That may change. Again, never played this before. So it is exciting to go through one of BioWare's lesser known games. And experience it for the first time, even though it's sort of rough playing on PC here. We're making do. We're making do. And we're making progress. I have a visible halo now. So I just want to say, headbutt that like button. Leave comments down below about what's going on with you guys or what you think about Jade Empire so far. No spoilers, please. I don't want to be spoiled. If there's anything about BioWare that I know, there should be a nice twist at the end. Like, I have theories. I have theories about what I could think of for the twist at the end. Let me know down in the comments if you would like to learn of my theories. And subscribe for more content like this. Above me will be the playlist for Jade Empire, and it's also going to have the first 4 episodes where we literally made it to Tien's Landing. I believe we actually talked to Sheng too, but we like beelined it to him. We didn't do any of this extra stuff. And the sound quality is terrible, and I have long hair, and issues. And then in the opposite corner, I'm going to throw the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Also, the Mass Effect 1 is a little rough to start with, but you see as the episodes continue that it gets better quality each time. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I know at the first episode, you can't even hear me. I just viewed it the other day. I'm sorry. But, so yeah, that'll be that. So yeah, hit the subscribe, the likes, the comments, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Jade Empire. Take it easy.